Perfect. Turn off all of that sound. Coming on a bit early today. All right, got that link posted. There's my chat. Perfect. What am I looking for? I'm gonna need my pen. Hey Don, I'm on super early. How are you? I actually wanted to come on and test to see if I have that focus thing all fixed. I hope so. Can you hear me okay? You're good? Okay, let me know. We're doing a test to see. I think the focus, Brady thinks I had raised my camera up higher than it used to be, and he thinks that's why it was doing the autofocus thing. So this is kind of testing that out, and I think he might be right. Because so far, it's not doing it. So hopefully that was the problem. Plus I have to finish my handles. Yeah, it looks like that might have been the problem because it's not doing it now. So obviously I just had it too high. Hi, Frankie. Of course, you can join. You're a member. You can join and watch any of them or just come hang out, Frankie. We love having you. Said I'm on super early today because I am trying to finish up my straps that I should have done like the first week, and I just realized they're not done yet. But no, you're always welcome. Whenever you have a membership, you can do whatever you like. I love it when people come hang out. I'm excited to start August bags, though. I'll be glad when, well, as much as I like making the Boronia, I'm ready to start the next one. So, is there any autofocus issues happening there, or does it look good again? I just kind of wanted to come on early to test that out, too, but I think we have it figured. And I moved my camera away from the wall, so there should be no bongos this time. So... But my table will be a little more shaky because it's not against the wall. So it is what it is. Looks good. Easy fix. I really liked being able to show more of the table though, but oh well. Yay, Frankie, I'm so glad. I'm excited for Thursday classes, or this August classes, and I'm excited for September classes. Everyone chose some amazing bags, and bags that I've never made before, so that's fun and exciting for me too. Plus the new tutorials, and it's all really, really good. Whoopsies, look at that, I'm way off. Dawn, I had moved my room around, so I may have pushed my table right up against the wall, whereas my old setup, it was actually over here, so it didn't have anything on either side of the table, right? But now I'm against the wall. Just don't believe how sensitive my microphone is. That's amazing. Can't wait for Lexi to pop in. I don't think she even knows yet that she won the VIP draw. I should mark down you guys here. Oops. I have on. Hi, Kim. Are you at work or are you at home? I'm just trying to catch up on my straps right now. Because I've been slacking off, apparently. Lola is a fun bag to make. I was pleasantly surprised. I've had the pattern for years and never made it. And now I'm kicking myself because it was such a fun make, and it's pretty fast too, like and pretty easy. And a different construction. It's not like your usual. So I was pleasantly surprised by it. That's for sure. That's true. I was sick. Still am a little bit, but what can you do? I don't have a fever or anything like that. I'm just congested and my throat keeps, well, not my throat. Well, I guess so. My voice keeps going. And I have a headache when I wake up in the mornings, but I am feeling better every day. I think it's just because I haven't been sick in so long that it just feels like it's a lot worse than it is. But man, did I ever feel guilty? I mean, first Thursday I had no internet. Now I have really good internet. It's better than it was before. And then getting sick last week, I just hate letting people down. I'm just so glad we got that autofocus thing all fixed. Woo! What do you guys think of the September bags, the Daryl's Drive and the Take 3 crossbody? I think they're going to be a lot of fun. The Take 3 Toby of Toby Stylics had sent that to me when I first started doing videos for her. I just hadn't had the time to do the tutorial for her yet, so this is good. And the Daryl's Drive I actually bought way back when I started bag making, but I was a little bit intimidated by it in the beginning, and then I forgot about it. So, and then what made me think about it again is Chris from Chris W Designs messaged me asking if I would be willing to do tutorials for her. And I'm like, yes, yes I am. Oh no, Kim, you can't be sick. You have your surgery tomorrow, don't you? Will they do your surgery if you have a fever? It was you that had surgery, right? You think so? Oh, you hadn't heard of either bag, Frankie? Daryl's Drive is an older bag, and Take 3, I think, is one of Toby's first ones, but I had never heard of it until she contacted me to do her tutorials. She's an African designer, so I just love doing her tutorials. She's the second designer for the Bag of the Month Club, too, in September, and I am doing her tutorials for her for that, as well as doing Tara's Zavao Creations Bag of the Month submission, too, so I'm really excited. Hope you guys don't mind that I'm sewing this at the same time. So I'll let you watch me though. How about that? Oh, I gotta get this on my phone. Where's my phone? How do I keep losing everything? Cell phone, where are you? Uh-oh. I wonder if I left my cell phone upstairs. I'm gonna sneeze. I heard my phone go off. Excuse me. Coughing, sneezing. There we go. Oh my goodness. Well, hi Danelda. Oh, that's okay, Danelda. If you have any problems, you know, you can message me and I'll help you through it during the week too. Let me just bring this up on my phone so I can see what's going on. Where are we? Oh, now I'm sniffly because I sneezed. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, I'm excited and feel super special that they have asked me to help out, so I'm happy. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to bring the chat up on my phone so when I'm at the sewing machine I can see it. There it is. There you are. See? Now I can see the chat too. Because I can't see my screen over at Tiffany, so I'm gonna hop on over there and quickly do my straps. And Frankie, aren't you glad? No, September. I don't think any of the next 2 months of bags have any binding. It is exciting for me, Kim. I'm super excited. So, plus I know what the bags look like, so I feel like I'm an insider. My tension. Good. Okay. It's just 4 o'clock. My day quill seems to wear out and my nose just starts running away on me. Should change this to live chat. There we go. No binding, yippee. I love that, Frankie, you feel about binding the way I feel about dropping linings. If we could all combine ourselves into one perfect bag maker, that would be it. I mean, the Boronia has a little bit of binding, but it's just like maybe 4 inches and it's a straight line, so it's not hard at all. I was thinking that I gotta pull out that binding from my little stash there. I'm gonna knock my dog off there, aren't I? A little doggy statue. with these straps is the first sewing I've done all day. I rested from noon until 3:30. Oh my, did I put this into the only members chat? Oh no, it's unlisted. I wonder. I gotta check something. I might have posted this. I gotta double check. Did I do it in the membership? Yes, I did it members only. Okay, good. Sometimes I forget and I put it into the public feed and then they'll be able to see this and then you'll all be mad at me. See if I'm going to have enough bobbin for today. Oh, I should wind another bobbin. Just in case. I don't think I have enough for the class. Frankie, if you go into the playlists on my channel, you will see them there. You'll see Bag of the Month Club classes, and only members will be able to see it. Everybody can see the playlist, but only members will be able to view it. Let me know if you don't see it there, and I can do a screen share and show you where to find it. Whoopsies. Yeah. Just let me wind my bobbin and then I'll show you. Yes, Imelda, we're into the Lola bag on Thursdays, yes. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then next Tuesday, we will be starting the Apothecary on the Tuesday classes, if you're part of that. I think you're just in Thursdays, though. But yes, it'll be on Thursdays. That's right, Dawn. Yeah. Almost have the machine ready for class. Whew, I'm warm again. Hot flashes. Oops. I'll just get this threaded and then I'll show you where you can find the past lives for membership. 1 second. Still got some time, about 8 minutes before class starts. Get in there. sure that's good. Good. Perfect. All right. So go back over here. Where is my mouse? All right, so let me show you how to see the past memberships here. Let me just open up another window and pop it out. How do I pop it out? Okay, oops. I lost my mouse again. Just open this up here. And I will share my screen with you guys in a minute to show you. Okay, let me share my screen. So when you go to my front page here of my channel, you click on playlists right here. And then you will see them all here. So I have, okay, this is my private playlist here. Monthly So Long Show and Tell, Beans Peeps Club, Bag of the Month classes. So you would just click on this one here. And then you can see down here, you can either play them all or you can click on which one. This first one, remember when I couldn't get my video working or my sound working? And that's where you would find it. So they should all be pretty much in order. Like here's March 2022, class 1 of the Necessary Clutch Wallet, class 2, 3, 4, April. I try to keep them in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Now that we do them on 2 days, you'll see that they will alternate Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, just because of how I load them into the playlist. Yeah, and you know what? I don't think I added yesterday's in here, so I am going to go ahead and do that quickly. Class 2, yeah, I did not. All right, so you guys are going to see me do a little work here because I'm going to go and add yesterday's live into that playlist so you guys can actually see it right here. Edit. Here you go. Bag of the Month classes. Done. Save. There you got to see a little bit from my side. So yeah, that is how you would see it. Does that help? So again, the front page. And this should be where you should see an upgrade button, like where my join button is here. You should be able to see an upgrade button there for the membership, and you'll see here when you scroll down, you should be able to see a line here that says member only videos as well, right on the front page. Because I try to make it so that playlist shows on the very, very front. Oh, and here again, another join button for our members and join. And this may say upgrade as well if you wanted to upgrade. So I tried to keep on the front page the members only at the top so they'd be easy access for everybody. So I hope that helps. Oopsies, let me bring this back to here. All right. There we go. Okay. Hi, Anna. Shh, we won't tell anybody. Excuse me. Those over there. I can't wait for Lexi to come on. Hi, Lauren. So Lexi, we did our draw, and Lexi was our VIP of the month. So she is crowned the Beans Peep VIP until the end of August and gets a $25 gift card from me. Lauren. Anna. Lexi! You're a VIP of the month. You won. We did the draw earlier in my earlier live. You need to tell me where you would like a $25 gift card to. So you can either tell me here or you can message me on Facebook and we will get it all situated. $25 Canadian. You won. Yay! You'll have to watch today's live to see it. It was a lot of fun. It was right at the very beginning. So winner, winner, chicken dinner, Dawn says. Yay, congratulations. Hi, Becky. Becky won last month. Yeah, so anywhere that has online e-certificates, I can buy one and then send it to you. I'll just need your email, or if you message me on Facebook, I can always message it there. So think about where you want it from. I can't remember if you were in the States or in Canada, but this could be a good way to try out if you want to try Galaxy Customs or Emmeline Bags or whatever, because it pretty much, that gift card will pretty much cover your shipping. Iced coffee, keeping me going. So yay, congratulations. So we're just going to give it about 5 minutes for people to join, and then we are going to jump right in. We have a lot to get through today. We got to at least get through, oh no, yeah, we got to get through the whole thing today. Otherwise we got to come back and do it some more. I'm hoping we can get through. Lexi, do you have any ideas where you want a gift card to? I'm so curious. Becky got one from Emmeline Bags. All right, well, let me know when you make up your mind, and then I will get you an e-gift certificate from there. So shoot me a message on Facebook, and then we can use that as a way of getting it to you, or message me your email address or what have you. I'm sure Anna could help us out if you decide on Galaxy Customs. You are in the US? Yeah. So yeah, if you think about it, that's $25 Canadian gift card. So I think that works out to be about a $20 American. So that will cover a big chunk of your shipping. So that is that's a good opportunity there to let me pay for most of that shipping for you. I'm not too sure where you're located, how much your shipping would be, but hi, Amy. How's your tension doing on your 1341? Are you making friends with it yet? Where are you? There you are. Excuse me. So we'll give it till 5 after, and then we will get started. Still a work in progress. Is it getting better? Does it seem like what I think was wrong is working? I said I test my tension all the time just because it does go out, but that's just part of it. Part of having an industrial, I think. And I said it does it on my 1341 and my 1541, so. It's so windy here, and we have some fires happening. I think we're supposed to get thunderstorms tonight, so hopefully we don't get more fires happening. That's right. So, Amy, that means it definitely is the tension. So it's just finding that perfect sweet spot. I feel your pain. Trust me, you're going to be able to read those stitches really well and know exactly what's going on the more you go. The tension was my biggest learning curve when I switched to the industrial. Actually, Rhonda, my admin Rhonda, when she got her 1541, it was the same thing with her. So we worked together to work on figuring out reading the tension and everything. So definitely send me pictures of your little practice things if you need help, and I will do my best. Hi, Wanda. Where's Wanda? There you are. Oh, did you, Kim? Horrible storm, hey? I've got like this wrap on because I'm going from cold to hot, from cold to hot. I don't know what I am today. Okay, I'm glad that you got the new needles. I honestly can't see it being the needles because you switched to the ones that I use and it did the same thing. So I have a feeling it is just your tension. What size of thread are you using? Are you using what he sent you? Did he send you a text 70 or a text 90? I always find I have a harder time with text 90. I'm trying to find that sweet spot with my tension. I'm pretty good with text 70 now because I use it all the time. Well, that's good, Kim. Then you didn't lose your internet, so you can join us. That's good. Okay, we'll give it one more minute, and then we are going to get started. The text 70, okay. Well, let me know if the needles he sent you makes a difference. Maybe your cleaner supply needles are lemons too. I don't know. I wish I could just hop on over and look at it myself. Text 80 is awesome, Kim. I've only used text 70 and text 90. Okay, so we are going to get started. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way and see where we are at. Move this over here. Move my keyboard out of the way. I don't know how I used to work in a smaller space because I feel that this space is small now. Okay, so the good news is Brady helped me figure out the autofocus thing. So what was happening was I raised my camera up higher above the table for last night's class, and I guess that was what was causing the autofocus to go in and out, because now it seems to be working. I have pulled my table a little bit away from the wall, so hopefully our bongo situation will not be happening today. That'll be good. All right, so where are we at? Did everybody get their gussets put on? We're all to this point here. Kim says text 90 was what she first got. It wasn't cooperative. I struggle with text 90. I'm with you. Okay. I want to grab my bigger instructions. Don't mind me. And this is what I want. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to start attaching our zipper to our lining piece. So I'm starting with the panel that I want to be on the back. It doesn't really matter which panel you do. I said if everybody cut their zipper by the yard, if you had it, I cut mine a little bit long, which is what we want. You even remembered to iron your binding. Oh, I forgot to grab my binding. That's okay. So we're not going to put the pulls on just yet. You can, if you are uncomfortable doing it later on. I just find it a lot easier to work the zipper tape without the pulls on, and that's why we have left it long here. And I'm going to show you a trick on how I get my pulls on nice and straight after the fact. So we're going to take our zipper tape, we're going to put it wrong side up. I'm going to grab a marking pen that is not going to wash away fast. It's going to be on the underside and it is going to be cut off, so that is okay. So what we want to do is on each side of our zipper tape, on the wrong side of it, I'm just going to use my Tandy leather marking pen. I'm just going to measure up 1 inch from one end and make a line straight across, and do the same on the other side. Now what this will do is when we go to put our zipper pull back on, I'm going to be using a fork, but this is when you go to put it on. If these lines don't match up, you haven't pulled it all the way up to find out that it isn't matching up. So you can just work this small space until you get it all lined up. I'll show you when we get to that. The other thing we want to do is fold it in half. Oops, fold it in half, wrong sides together works better. And we want to mark the center point of our zipper tape on the wrong side. So I have my right side sticking out. I'm just going to stick my pen right on the inside here and mark that center point. You can do it on the front with chalk as long as it washes away, because it will show. All right. So everybody let me know when you've gotten to that point, and then we will get to the next thing. This is the hardest part, I think, of this bag. So, and it's really not that hard. I'm really hoping we can get through it all today in 2 hours. Otherwise, we'll have to come back again, I guess, and do it on a different day to finish it up. But that's okay. Okay, Wanda, that's fine. Excuse me. Okay, so I'll give everybody a minute to do those marks. I'm going to go into my binding scrap bin and, ouch, find my binding I'm going to use. If I have brown binding. No, maybe I'll be making binding. I don't have any that's going to match. No, I'll use a little bit of this. I can cut it up. All right. As I'm sniffling again. Excuse me. Okay. How are we doing there? Are we ready? So another thing, if you haven't done it already, you want to have made your center snips on the top and the bottom. I've already done that. Hi, Nicole. I'm excited to meet you tomorrow. Yay. The Lola is from Swoon. Danelda, I do have a link to that. If you look at my Meet the Bags video for the Lola, or the tutorial that I just posted for the members, I do have a link to that. It's an affiliate link. And then they know where the traffic's coming from me, so. Are you joining in again, Frankie? Okay. So once we have that center mark on our zipper there and our 2 1-inch marks, you can go ahead, as scary as it is, and pull your zipper teeth apart. We're only going to be working with one side right now. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to have our lining right side up as well as our zipper tape right side up. And with that center notch and that center mark, we are going to match that center like so. and ease the zipper all the way down and around past this end here. Once you're finished doing that, you can go ahead and do the exact same thing with the other zipper and the other zipper, or the other lining panel. So let's go and do this with both of them. Use lots of clips. I'm not using tape here because I don't think the tape will hold around these corners very well. Danilda, I also, in the subgroup and on the main page on Facebook, I did put a link to the pattern, Lola pattern as well, if you need that link. You'll see me use a ton of clips here, mainly because you really do not want this to slip out of place. You're going to see it's going to fight you a little bit and poke up like that. That is okay. Just let it do it. Okay, so that's one side. I'm going to work around the other side. So again, you want to make sure your zipper is long. Otherwise, it'll be really hard to get those pulls on after the fact. Yay! Hi, Michelle! We're just finishing up the Boronia. Almost caught up. Yay! Sounds good. Are you cutting out tomorrow's class, the Lola? Okay, so that's one panel done, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other lining panel. So same thing again, make sure both are right side up. Where's my center mark? There it is. Dawn, is that my affiliate link one? So most designers that I do tutorials for will gift the pattern to me in payment for the tutorial. Swoon doesn't, but they give me my own link, so I get like 20% of the pattern sales or whatever for a month or whatever it is. So if you can use my affiliate link, that would be amazing. Then I'll be able to buy more Swoon patterns for myself. Yes, Apothecary for next Tuesday. You know what? Let me see if I can find it here. Give me 1 second. I'll get it. One moment. I will get you my link if you guys don't mind using it. I can't see my chat right now, so I'm not ignoring you. There it is. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the link that will link right to mine. So it might be too long to be in here. Darn it, it's too long to be in here. I wonder if I take this part out if it will work. I don't know if it's gonna, no, it's still too long. Yeah, the URL is too long for in here. Oh, that's okay, you guys. It's not a big deal. I only get like $1. So no, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll be able to see it there. Or if you go to, it's too many letters to post in here. It won't let me post the whole thing. So if you go to the Meet the Bags video I just did for Lola, it is in that description, the link. Okay, I think there's too many characters, but I'll send it to you, Dawn. I'll send it right now. I'm putting it in our admin chat here. There it is, Dawn. It's huge. It's super long. Some do. Toby Stylix does, but only for a week do I get credit for it. But she also gives me the patterns. But yeah, I always try to put the links in the descriptions. Very few are affiliate links, but the odd one is. Swoon is one of them, so anything that's a swoon, definitely use my links. But that's just their way of doing it because they don't give me the patterns. So that's their way of kind of saying thank you, whereas most designers just will donate the pattern. All right, so now that we have that, I'm just going to double check. So you want to make sure that, oops, where did my video go here? There it is. You want to make sure that your gussets are sandwiched in between that zipper tape and that. Excuse me. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to baste these onto both of these with 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So I will switch this over to Tiffany and we will do that. Yeah, 16 characters too long. Darn it. Okay, so at this point, I'm actually going to switch over to my zipper foot because we want to have a nice straight non-wavy zipper. So for those that have the 1541 and the 1341, you know your zipper feet come with this middle foot too. I'll tell you right now, I'm super lazy and I never change out that middle one. I just use the same middle one. But the difference is with the zipper foot middle section, the hole is a little bit further over and there's little grippies on the bottom, but I don't find it makes that big of a difference. And I hate changing this middle one because the screw's back here. So I always just change the main foot that links from that side, just for all of you that have the same machine as me. Okay, so we're going to baste that on. A stiletto will help a lot here to make sure your zipper is not getting away from you. And we'll go 1/8 of an inch, especially around those corners. So again, double check that your zipper tape and your lining panel are both right sides up. Because you will cry if you're putting this on upside down. Trust me. I've been there, done that before. So it's just on these corners here. I like to use my stiletto just to help get around those corners. Making sure the zipper tape, because the zipper tape wants to pull away because it's not curved. It is straight, so it fights you a little bit, but the stiletto helps you fight back. Okay, get in there. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm sniffling, you guys. I apologize. My nose is just running like nonstop. You want to make sure you don't have any little puckers or anything as you go around. So take it nice and slow. Catching everything. Oops, and I've slipped off. No. This is the hardest part of the whole bag, I swear. Because we all know how we feel about top zippers. This is easier than the Annette top zipper though. Much easier. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's one done. Just make sure it caught everywhere. Get it everywhere. I did. Oh no! I'm glad you got back on, Kim. Okay, and side number 2. Same thing. Rinse and repeat. Now, Selene of Blue Cala does have a tutorial hack on the Boronia on how to do it without binding. I'm doing mine with binding because I think it's easier than the hack is. But if you really hate binding, you can check out that tutorial. It just looks like it's a little bit awkward to do. So, and the binding on this, it's just like little 4-inch straight sections. It is super easy to do. Not like we're binding a whole bag with a whole bunch of curves. Oops, where are we here? Okay. I fell off. No, I didn't. I'm good. How's everybody making out? My pedal is squeaking. I need to figure out how to oil that. Second side done. Make sure everywhere was caught. Yep, we're good. All right. Okay, so we'll give it a couple minutes for everybody to get to this place. There we go. Okay, I'm actually going to run and grab myself a tissue, you guys. I will be back in 30 seconds. My nose is just running. Hey, Benny. over the dog now. So I guess it's good news. The congestion has been stuck in my head for a week, but now it's all coming out. So that must mean I'm getting better. Okay, so we'll give it 2 more minutes and then we will move on. Excuse me. Get to my face here. How's everybody making out? Oh, I left my door open so you can see my hallway there. Oh well. Is anybody sewing along with me today, or is everybody just watching? Because that'll let me know how fast I'm moving along. Oh, Lenore, that's wonderful. A group video call with your family. I love it. But yes, if anybody's sewing along with me, if you can just... Oh, you're sewing? Okay, perfect. Hi, Diane. You're watching today? Okay, so Becky's sewing with me. Diane, Donalda. Lenore. Oh no! No, zipper feet can be sneaky little things. Awesome. Oh, okay, no problem, Amy. Again, you know, you and I talk all the time. You know how to get a hold of me if you need help. We got a lot to get through today. Oh my goodness. Am I missing anybody here? I think I have everybody. Okay, Amy, let me know when you're done the first zipper panel, because I can show you the next step without you doing the second zipper panel, and then you're just going to end up repeating it for the other side anyway. So I'll be doing both, and then you can catch up at that point. Diane has put her zipper feet on. Oh, Diane, did you see my laziness there? When I changed my zipper foot, I never changed the middle one. I just changed the outside of it, the walking foot. Uh-oh, how did you mess up your zipper pocket on the lining, Kim? Did you sew it shut by accident? Okay, I'll give it 1 more minute and then we'll have to move to the next step. I've also already posted the Boronia tutorial, so if you guys need a quick reference as well after class, that is all there too. Okay, so Becky, let me know when you're done your second one, and then we will... Are you almost done? Oh no. Awesome. Diane, you should change out the middle one, but I find that middle one such a pain in the butt to get off. It's just really awkward, and the only difference really is that the zipper feet have like little grippies on it. You could probably actually even leave the grippy one on it with the regular foot. They're the same size. Oh no, you didn't sew the lining to the zipper. Oh no. Okay, so we're going to move to the next step. All right, so I am going to take, we will do my front panel first. So the front side of my bag, I like to have my slip pockets. So I'm going to orientate those in such a way. And this is such a really unique construction. So what we're going to do with this side, you're going to repeat with the other side. So I'll show you this one, and then we'll go ahead and we will sew the other one on our own here. So you're going to take your lining panel, and I'm going to do the front of my bag. So I'm putting my slip pocket with the front of the bag. We're going to put them right sides together like this. We're going to kind of ignore this half of the bag. We're going to match up our center marks like so. Oops, where's my pin? And
sorry, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, my Alexa just scared me. And then clip it all the way around. Actually, put about 4 clips at the center top here like so. Making sure you're aware of where your zipper is, because you want it to be nice and straight and not sewing over teeth. Once you've got 4 or so clips there, go down to this side here and match up our sides like so. And put a couple clips there. 2 or 3 clips. Making sure you're pushing your zipper teeth away, see, like this. And do the same with the other side. I'm really lazy when it comes to clipping my threads. You guys have probably all noticed that. End up clipping them later. And then go ahead and start easing that fabric all the way between those points. Now there's a little kind of a trick when you get to this corner. See how it's kind of popping out? I'll show you when I get there. I use a ton of clips again. I really like using double-sided tape when I do zippers, but it's really just wouldn't work with this one at all. I think it would be a hot mess. Okay, so you're going to see how this wants to pop out like this. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of pop it in, so now it's popping that way. See how it's kind of going in? And then matching up those edges again. So it's kind of made a concave thing. Pushing those in, and that is okay. That's what we want. I'm going to try this from this side. Push it up. So in those corners, when it curls up like that, that is okay. Kind of want that. Just make sure that fabric is evenly distributed through that curve. Promise this is the hardest part. This is probably the part that makes this an intermediate pattern rather than a beginner pattern. But really, if you use lots of clips and take it slow, it's okay. You'll get through it just fine. Come on, get up there. There we go. You and me both, Kim. I'm determined to finish this tonight, too. Even if it means we run long, like an extra 10 or 15 minutes, I think it would be okay. So once again, see, this is a different view of it. I'm popping it this way, like so. So it'll match up to that edge. Look at our cheering squad there. We have our Beans Peeps cheerleaders. That's awesome. All the way down the side. And then once we have this all clipped into place, in case some of you are ahead of me, we're going to go ahead and we are going to sew this on with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Making sure you're keeping it a very even seam because you want to have a non-wavy zipper. Now, those of you that have the same machine as me, the edge of the zipper foot on the right is almost exactly a 1/4 inch. So that's what I use to as my guide for my 1/4 inch mark. So let me run over here. All these. Okay, I'm all the way down the side. Okay, So the right zipper fit on this side, I usually just line right up along there, and it's almost exactly of 1/4 of an inch. Just a little tip for the people who have the Titans. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to stitch this on, making sure everything is nice and flat. Which way do I want to do it? This way. With 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. I'm probably going to knock my little dog and my little sign off my table. I know I did that during the tutorial. And so I'm lining on my Titan, because it's 1/4 of an inch, right up with this foot. And it just really helps get a nice and even stitch because it is 1/4 of an inch. Hopefully I don't knock my phone off the stand. And take it nice and slow. Use your stiletto. Make sure nothing is slipping. And you can see where everything is there, that everything is nice and even. Go clip to clip. As you can see, I am not going fast with this by any means. I'm making sure my lining or my exterior is staying nice and even with the lining and the zipper pocket. I have to move my phone a little bit because I'm going to knock it down. So I'm going to move it over to the side here. So I'll kind of look to the side to see what you guys are saying. And kind of feel where your teeth are. You want to make sure you're not accidentally sewing over them. If you have to adjust, make sure your needle is down. Shift it a little bit there. Got it. This is the most stressful part of this whole bag. But take it slow and it's not too bad. And the zipper foot really helps here. I am using a 4. So Diana, on my Titan, I usually do my stitches with the 4 and I top stitch with the 6. Sometimes a 5.5 depending on how thick the vinyl is, but usually I top stitch between a 5.5 and a 6 and I sew with a 4 on my Titan. And I know you have the same machine, so. In there. There we go. Just trying to shift a little. Okay, good. I didn't start with a full bobbin, so I'm getting a little worried. Come on, bobbin, not today. Okay, as you see, I did not go very fast with that at all. Make sure everything was caught on the side and looking good. Okay. Let's give everybody about 3 minutes to do that. As I look at my pattern again, because I've worked on different bags, the seam allowances get all mixed up in my head. Actually, do you know what? We can go ahead and we can do the exact same thing with the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well while we wait. Exact same process for the other side. So you're going to end up with a weird looking thing like this. Yeah, go ahead and attach the other side the exact same way. Oops, dropped my phone. Rinse, repeat. Match up these bottom edges. So this bag is really unique because it's both birthed and bound. Okay, flip that around. Oops. Everybody doing okay so far? I promise, hardest part of the bag. The rest is gravy once we get past this part. Of course, I'm putting my clips on upside down. Oh well, it'll be fine. I'll flip them around now. Clips, 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 clips. I need more. Crazies. House is so quiet. It's only Brady and myself home right now. All right, so I'm going to take this over to the machine and stitch that side on as well. They all fall on the floor. Come on, threads. There we go. I should have checked my bobbin thread. Oh well. We're playing bobbin chicken, so let's see if I get around okay. Is it? We're okay. Sorry if I'm being super quiet. I'm concentrating super hard right now. This is my least favorite part of making this bag. But I am definitely not a top zipper type of girl. But this bag looks amazing with this zipper, I must say. And once we get past this, it goes together so fast. Almost there. And then when we turn this out, it's the moment of truth to see if we actually did a good job. Okay. How do I do around here? I think we did okay. We will find out. All right. So give about 4 minutes. Whew, I can relax now. 4 minutes, and then we will see how we did. I think I have more clips on my floor than I do in my bowl. All right, put this back to where it was. How's everybody making out? Don't forget to change my bobbin. Thanks, Lauren. What would I do without you guys? Because the next step is top stitching, and I know that I don't have enough bobbin for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just double check my tension quickly. Okay, good. Perfect. Whew, Lauren saved the day today. You guys are just saving my butt. Clipping your second side? Perfect. Oh, I got some pen on my new cup. Oh well. So in about 2 minutes, Amy, if you're clipping your second side and you're not done, just take a peek at the screen to see what we're doing next, because then we will be doing it with both sides again. the next step. So I'll show you one and then we'll all go off and do each side ourselves. I don't know if I'm hot or cold. Holy moly. This getting old thing is terrible. I go from intense hot to intense cold to intense hot. Because you all wanted to know about that in my perimenopausal state, I'm sure. Okay, well, one more minute. And then I'll get everybody's attention to show the next step. I have to warm up my iron. Wow, good job, Becky. Both sewed. Excellent. It was stressful, that part, hey? Next part will show us if we did a good job. So let's move to that now. Amy, if you want to look at the screen just to see what we're going to do. So now what we're going to do, oops, let me put you down to the table so you can actually see what I'm trying to show you, is on each of these halves, we are going to turn it right side out, like this. And push out that zipper and just kind of take a look and see that you got your zipper nice and even everywhere and you didn't accidentally sew it in. That side's looking good to me, and then the other side as well. You guys are probably all like, what the heck are we doing? It's a very different construction for sure. Okay, so double check that your zipper was caught everywhere, that it's not going to be in the way of the zipper teeth, and that you're pretty even. I'm very happy with my stitching. Yeah, that's one a little bit array there, but it caught everything. I could go back in and fix it. I'm not going to worry about it. It still looks pretty good. But you can see how my seam allowance got a little bit wider here. But do you know what? I did it exactly the same on the other side, so I am uniform. And then carefully, actually I'm not going to iron it. So you're going to want to finger press this really good so the lining is away from the zipper. You could take it to an iron and press it if you wanted to, but I'm worried about getting my vinyl overlay. So the next step is going to be top stitching this. But what we want to make sure is that these gussets are pulled nice and tight into the lining like this, because we want this to be as far away from the teeth as it can, so our zipper is not going to get caught on that. So I'm pulling it nice and taut. I'm going to grab some pins. I'm going to reach underneath here and just clip it to the lining side, not the exterior, just the lining, nice and tight away, because we're going to end up top stitching right over top of this to hold the gusset in place. So you want to pull it nice and tight away. Like so. I'm going to do another one right at this little part here. And go ahead and pin all four of those out of the way, away from the zipper, to prepare for the top stitching. It's a little bit awkward, but you definitely want to do this. And believe it or not, we're getting so close to being done. I think we're going to get this done. We're going to get it done. We're done the hard part. Nice and tight away. So you could see how this would be hard to do if you had the zipper pulls. I think it would, it just kind of hinders being able to maneuver this well. Okay, let's get in there. You also want to make sure your pins aren't going to be in the way of your top stitching, because you don't want to sew through your pins as well. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that, actually, with the tutorial bag. So. Okay. Again, you can definitely go and press this if you wanted to. Okay, and then once that's done, we're going to go ahead and we are going to top stitch all the way around to this edge, and then top stitch all the way around on this edge. All right, so we'll go on over to Tiffany and we'll do the top stitch. Again, I do my top stitching on my Titan at a 6. If you're using a Titan, I find that a really, really good length. Move my camera back over here, or not my camera, my phone. Okay, and then be very aware of where your lining is sitting. I kind of feel as I go and pull it nice and taut away. And top stitch with an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Now where our gusset meets, it is rather thick. You may need a hump jumper. I don't think I will. Let's hope it doesn't eat my vinyl up. But that is the really only thick part. So make sure it is nice and snug away from the zipper there. Okay, this is it. Oh, I almost needed a hump jumper, but I got over it. We're okay. And I'm kind of smoothing this out and kind of pulling my zipper teeth this way, but not too much because we don't want to stretch our zipper teeth. Hi, Annie. I'm glad you could join us. I can't wait to see your Aster. Caught on my table there. Is my top stitch looking good? It is. Get nice and slow around that curve to get a nice even top stitch, especially if you're using contrasting thread. I'm not using contrasting thread, so come off a little bit. It's not that noticeable. Whew, I'm sweating. Oh, goodness, I need a fan. Okay, and then I'm coming back towards the next gusset here, so I'm just being very aware of where it is setting and that it is where I need it to be. That's over the first hump of it right there. Over the next hump. Now on my last one I made for the tutorial, this was a little bit harder because I actually used a waterproof canvas. It's going through a lot better with my gussets being a cotton for this one. Okay, so that's one side done. I'm just going to flip this over and make sure everything looks good. You can see I'm away from my teeth enough here, so that's good. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Maybe, Nicole. I think I'm honestly just hot flashing, though. I think it's hormones. Okay, other side. I actually haven't had a fever for many days. It's just the congestion breaking up, so I've been feeling a little tired, but I'm just a big baby. I know it. But yeah, it's a hot flash. I'll be like freezing cold here in a minute. It's nasty. All part of having a hysterectomy, I think, though. Throwed me right into it 3 years ago. Oops, what's that? Okay. Again, I'm very aware of where that gusset is. This up. All the younger people are going to be like, oh, such old lady talk. Hot flashes and menopause. Oh, good, Annie. I'm glad the stitching on your Aster is so good. Isn't that a great make? Again, it is my favorite pattern. I must say the Lola is probably my second most favorite pattern, and it comes really close to tying with the Aster. I'm so excited to make the Lola tomorrow, or to start it. As tired as we all will be with 3 classes in a row. Here, I think I'm working so hard, but I'm making you guys work as hard with me, so we're all in this together. I appreciate all of you so much. Okay, done. You ran out of bobbin, Becky? Oh no! On your top stitching? Did you run out of bobbin on your top stitching? That sucks. Been there. Done that. Okay. Oh, you didn't even know of the Aster pattern? Even better. I like that we have some older patterns coming up. Like for September with the Daryl's Drive and the Take 3. I'm really excited about those. Look, my face is kind of in the way of the view here. Let me move me. Let's move me way up here. There we go. Okay. It was looking really good. Well, just follow the same holes and you'll be golden. All right, so give everybody about 3 minutes and then I'll show you the next step. I'm really happy with my top stitching. Double check. See, I went a little bit off my top stitching here, but you know what? I don't care. It looks good on this side. And it's going to keep the fabric out of the way, so I'm not too worried about it. This is where it's the most important, is to make sure that this is tucked nice and tight away from the zipper, because it can get caught on that pretty easy. So you can take out your pins. We don't need them in anymore. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to actually trim up my threads. The next step we're going to do is we are just going to put on our zipper just to make sure everything is lined up right. And then we're going to take the zipper pull off again. And I will show you how I do that. And that's where those lines on the back of the zipper tape come in. I know many of you have seen me do this already, but there are some new members. Some people will curse it in the beginning, but really it does make it easier in the long run. So Whew. Need a fan. So have you ever seen a bag go together like this? Actually, the Lola kind of goes together in a similar fashion, come to think about it. This is looking really good so far. As I'm sniffling, excuse me as I wipe my nose. Okay, we'll give it one more minute. We got 50 minutes to get this done. We may just run a little bit over if we're not quite there, but we are so close to being done. Okay. So now you're gonna want to grab your 2 zipper pulls. I'm gonna move the camera up just so you can see what I'm gonna do here with my homemade zipper jig. Again, my husband made this out of a, I don't know what this thingy is called, but he just stuck a fork in it. It works great. Okay, so I'm going to take my zipper pull with the curved side up. I'm going to put it down like this. So the square side of the zipper is at the bottom of the fork. And when you take your zipper, so you think about it being closed this way with the teeth together, like so. And when you flip it over, you're going to see those 2 lines that we drew. So when I put it in kind of at a 45-degree angle into my pull here, the goal is to get those lines to line up, and then we know we are straight. I was going to say it usually takes me about 3 tries, but I got it first try. See, my line's straight. So I know that this one is good. So I'm going to zip this part up around. And then we have to install the other zipper pull the same way on the other end. Drawing those lines, I think it was Kasaya I saw do this, and it was like life-changing for me, drawing those lines on the back. Yeah, so here, this is it right side. I'm going to flip it so I see the lines. So you have the zipper right side down, 45-degree angle in each end. And pull it through. Okay, so I'll show you. See, my lines are way off of one another. So I know that's way off. So it's better than zipping it all the way up and then zipping it all the way down. You could just work with that 1 inch until you get it all lined up. Oh, is there one, Michelle? Yeah, I'd really be interested to know what crossbody that is. Okay, no, not quite. So I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to do it again. Not quite. I'm going to do it again. Okay, and I got it that time. Oh, shaking my table. So I'll put you guys back up like this. Oops. And I'm going to zip that up to the other one and all the way around. And this is where you're going to see how well you did with your zipper. I did pretty good. I can get down past those gussets okay. It's a little bit tight. I can just reach in, and it's because they're not sewn together yet. But see, they work past the gusset okay. I am really happy with that. Look how nice that looks all the way around. So once you're done that, you can go ahead and you can take those pulls off, and we will put them on and the second to last step of doing the bag. So take those pulls off. And now what we want to do, and this is a little bit awkward, but we want to sew up this bottom. So there's going to be some bag squishing here. You're going to kind of put it wrong sides or inside out almost. You're going to be pulling this up and away and squishing this inside like this to bring the 2 bottom edges together. So squish your bag. See how I've done that now? I have it laying like this. I'm folding it in on itself and then pulling up these raw edges, kind of squishing the bag in between. You're making almost like a burrito, and it's going to look like a hot mess. But if it looks like a hot mess, you're doing it right. So match up that center bottom and clip it. Uh-oh, what's our seam allowance? Miss Dawn, are we 3/8 of an inch seam allowance? I can't remember for this pattern, and she's my seam allowance queen. I think we're 3/8. I can look at the pattern, but maybe Dawn will know for me. She's always reminding me about seam allowances. I don't even know she's in here anymore. Oh no, Kim, why is yours not coming around so good? Oh, okay, Michelle, check it out. I've never looked at the hold it right there patterns before. I don't think I've ever heard of them before. I'll have to check it out. What stage are you at, Kim? Half inch? Okay, thanks, Dawn. See, I told you, you're the seam allowance queen. I need to get you a trophy. Because I always forget. I just wish all bags were 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. I'd be happy then. Okay, Becky. Okay, so this is what we got. So now we're going to kind of pull this away and we are going to squish this out of the way and we are going to top stitch along that with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Oh no, Amy, your zipper's not coming around too well. Did you kind of pop it concave when you attached it? Just go nice and slow, clip to clip. Doesn't help that you're learning a new machine too. Oh, Kim, you're doing fine. Just take your time. That's why you have the replays. That's why you can message me anytime you need me. You have the tutorial, all sorts of resources at your disposal. So, okay. Ooh, I almost stopped streaming. That would have been bad. What am I doing with my mouse? Oh, yeah. I'm going to Tiffany. And I'm going to sew this bottom shut with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. 1/2 inch, right? 1/2 inch? That's what Dawn said? 1/2 inch? Not that I'm double checking, Dawn. I think it was 1/2 inch. Oops. Benny's being a dementia dog upstairs. He's barking at the wall. Oh, it says 3/8 of an inch. Is the bottom supposed to be 1/2 inch? Oh no, Diane, you just got your zipper put on, but hey, you got it. It's really tight that first time, isn't it? I'm just double checking. It is 1/2 inch? Okay. I know there's multiple seam allowances in there, so, and I just can't remember. Okay, so 1/2 inch. Where is my seam allowance guide? Where'd you go? I lost you. Oh well. I don't really need my zipper foot on, but I'm going to keep it on just because I'm too lazy to change it out. I did a 1/2 inch on my tutorial. Okay. See, I just did that tutorial and I don't even remember. Dogs are saying hi. Guarding the window, I guess. Oh, Coco's howling. What is she howling at? Did you guys hear that? She's like, oh. So I know you guys can't really see what I am doing here because the bag is in the way, but I could have taken this to the cylinder arm so you could see better, but it would have been super awkward without the table to do this for me. Okay. All right, so we're down to the last 15 minutes. Go back over here. Table. So this hot mess is what we got. So I'll give you guys 2 minutes and then we will go on. We are so close to being done, I promise. How's everybody doing? I'm so glad, Dawn, that I have you to reference my own tutorial for me because I don't remember what I did yesterday. Okay, we'll give it another minute. How's everybody doing with that zipper? Amy, is it getting better? How are you doing, Diane? Oh, Diane, you just got your zipper foot on. Was that your first time changing out that foot, Diane? I said it's really tight that first time, so putting a little sewing machine oil on it definitely does help. I just love that so many of the members have the 1541. I did a 1/2 inch. I think I was supposed to do 3/8, but I did a 1/2 inch in the tutorial, so either or will be fine. It's only 1/8 of an inch off. It works fine. Your zipper is really stuck. What's it stuck on? Is it putting the zipper pull on that's stuck? Can you take a picture quickly, Amy, and send it to me through Messenger? Okay. There's really not a big difference between 3/8 and a 1/2 inch, but my lining did end up being super, super tight, so that's probably, I think it was supposed to be 3/8. So yeah, if you send me a picture of where it's maybe the gusset, is it too close to the zipper? What you could do is hammer the gusset if it's a little bit thick with a mallet, or reach in and kind of pull the gusset out. The gusset will be sucked into the middle more later because we'll be sewing it together. So you may just have to reach into the bag and just pull the gusset away from the zipper teeth and then put your pull on that way. I'm assuming that's where you're at, Amy. Oops, I could probably let you see me here. Okay, so we're gonna have to move on. Amy, you can definitely message me and I'll help you through that after too, but I bet you it's the gusset. Just kind of pull it away. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to turn the bag. So, ooh, this is where picture sent. Okay, let me just look really fast. Looking really fast. Okay, yeah, that's just at that seam there. You should be able to get past that. Okay, pull it nice and tight. You're using waterproof canvas, aren't you, Amy? That's what I found happening with my other one with waterproof canvas. But you're far enough away, just kind of pull it nice and tight to get the zipper up and around, and you should be fine. Or you can just leave it for now and put the zipper pulls on later, just hoping that everything is well, because we will be sewing those gussets and they will pull them nice and tight away from that zipper. But you're stitching. I wish I could show this picture. I can show this picture to everybody. Okay, I'm going to do a split screen here. 1 second. I am going to show you what Amy is showing me, if that's okay with Amy. Okay. I'll show you guys what Amy is showing me, okay? So I'm going to go desktop sharing here. So this is what Amy is showing me here. So what she's getting stuck on is right here, I'm assuming, right, Amy? Right in this area. But you are far enough away from it that it should be fine. It's just because it's really, really bulky there. So you could take a mallet to that and hammer it down to soften it out. But when we go to sew our gussets together, those are going to pull a little bit tighter away from there, so you will probably be fine. But let's take this moment. Oops. Why can't I open this? Where did it go? And congratulate Amy on her amazing stitching. Like, seriously. Look how good their stitching is. Bravo. It looks so good, Amy. Don't unpick it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Because I can see you're far enough away from the zipper teeth. It's just because of that bulk. You just may have to finagle it a little bit. I'll show you on my other one with the waterproof canvas because it kind of sort of did the same thing. Okay, let me go back to split table. That was cool that I could share that. So on this one, you'll see here, because I use waterproof canvas, right here, see, it kind of gets stuck right there a little bit. And that is right where that gusset begins right there. So you just kind of reach in and pull it tight away from it. Of course, I'm not going to be able to do it. And it comes clear. But you can see, same thing, the waterproof canvas just makes it really, really thick. So with use, that is going to soften up. So if you kind of pull your zipper pull up a little bit out of the way, see it went over, you just got to work it a little bit. See? It'll be fine. Your stitches look awesome. So as you can see, mine does the same on this side as well. And as it works, it'll go. See? You'll be fine. Your Titan 31 is, and you've only had it like a week and a bit. You're doing amazing. Okay. Amazing. I'm proud of you. Whoops. Alrighty. So now this is where we would have pulled through the zipper pocket to turn the right side around. I found it just as easy to pull through the sides. That's why we closed up our zipper pocket. So go ahead and turn your bag out through the openings in the sides. So much easier than pulling it through the zipper pocket. It's just like unfolding a burrito. Oh, there you go. Michelle says when that happened with her net, she added a few extra stitching lines to push down the bulk just a little. So you could do another round of top stitching maybe if you wanted to, or just in that area. But it looks awesome, Amy. I'm proud of you. Your stitching looks amazing. So pull through your burrito through the sides. So this is different than the pattern. I just found this a lot easier than pulling through that pocket, especially if you're like me and you have a really bad elbow right now. I've got tendonitis in my elbow. You see how easy that came around? So this is what we got. And our center is all sewn in here. And then the next thing we want to do, and you don't have to do it, I'm going to do it because this is the edge we're going to be binding. So I just want to go ahead and baste the lining and the exterior together to hold it in place just to make the binding easier. We are so close to being done. Yes, take it out with the mallet. But honestly, Amy, you just work that zipper once the bag is together and it's going to soften up, I promise you. That's the waterproof canvas causing that problem. With this one, I'm noticing using cotton, I am not having that issue at all. So, as you can see, my waterproof canvas one did the exact same thing. So I'm just clipping these raw edges together in these little sections, and we will go ahead and baste them. After this step, you are going to have to put on your zipper pulls. Can you guys see how this is coming together? It's just so unique. It truly is. I'm going to push those threads inside and hide them. There they go. Also, if you do some bursts of steam on the waterproof canvas there, that sometimes softens it too. Hi, Benny. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and baste those little sections. Just with an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. 1/2 inch seam worked well. Okay, I still got my zipper foot on here because I'm too lazy to change it out. So make sure you don't go over your zipper teeth here, because we are going to have to put that pull on. You just want to start where the exterior panel is to baste it on. Important to not go over those zipper teeth. Again, you can skip this step. I just know that I will mess it up if I don't have them basted together. Oops, there goes my little sign. One side done. To the other side. We're so close to being done. Cocoa beans. That's going to look like your exterior is kind of bubbly. That's okay because it's going to concave in and we want it to be that way. See right here how it looks kind of bubbly? And that's because how it's going to zip. Once it's zipped up, it's going to be nice and smooth. All right, that is done. Whew. We are so close. How's everybody making out? What's Coco barking at? There's nobody out there. Ooh, it's just pouring rain. Holy moly. Everybody doing okay? We're making really good time. Coco's proud of you. Maybe I will make my own binding while I wait. Did I cut enough? I'm going to use pre-made binding. Where did I put it? so we'll give everybody another 2 minutes or so. Trim off some of this excess lining. Yay for rain, as long as it's really windy, and we have a fire just in the mountains behind my house here in Bachelor Heights. So hopefully the rain will put it out, because it's super windy and I don't want the fire to shift towards town. Okay. All right, so the next step we want to do is we want to put our zippers back on, but we're going to do it in a way so our bag is inside out. So we're going to put our, it actually makes it easier to put the zippers on. So we're going to put the zippers on this way, which is actually going to have our zippers facing the right direction. So I've got my zipper pull, my handy dandy fork here. I have my 2 zipper pulls, and we're just going to do it the exact same way we did before, matching up those lines. And we are going to want this to be inside out. I wish I knew what she was, oh, she's barking at another dog. Okay, so I have my bag inside out. I have my zippers upside down. And I'm going to match up those lines. Oh, I did it. I did it first time again. The only thing is, you're kind of zipping it up upside down. So you can see how my zipper pull is backwards. That's what we want. And that's just because we want the bag to be inside out. Do the same with the other side. Okay. A little bit awkward, just because the bag is assembled. Oh, I did it again. Look at that. Perfect lining up of those lines. So you can go ahead and zip the bag up backwards. I'm going to go all the way, just that far. So this is what we have right now, an inside out bag. Okay, so I'll give it 4 minutes for you guys to get there. And then we will get to binding this baby. So close to being done. Getting excited. My lining is super cute. I like it. How's everybody doing? Sorry if I'm making you dizzy here. I know I'm probably ahead of everybody. I'm sorry. I just really want to get this bag done today for everyone. And once again, you can always message me. I think I've talked to almost every single one of you on Facebook. Add me as a friend if you like. I don't mind. I find that we are all friends. We all know each other pretty well in this group. So feel free to add me on Facebook. I'd love to be your Facebook friend. I wouldn't want all of subscribers to be my Facebook friends because that's like 8,000 of them. But this group is amazing. I love you guys. And then I'll be able to see your messages too if you want to message me directly. How are you guys making out? Are you liking it? Amy, how's that mallet working for you? hammer works. Try a little bit of steam before you hammer it too, because that'll soften it. But trust me, it's going to be easier once we sew those gussets. Your stitching looks great around your zipper, so I'm really not worried about it at all. You'll be fine. Okay, 1 more minute. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, Nicole just made a very good point there to make sure you have another piece of material over your work before you use a hammer. Okay, so we're going to move on. Next, we want to box these corners. So we are still keeping the zipper long. One of the reasons I like the zipper to be long is we are going to be sewing these sides. This is where we are going to end up binding it. So first we're going to sew these with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. You're going to take the center seam here from our bottom. You're going to line it up with the center of our zipper tape. Then you know you're nice and straight. Hold it with some clips. Again, make sure your pulls are on. Oops. Oh no, Amy, is it okay? And match up those raw edges. On both sides. So again, on this side, so I'm going to take that center seam, match it with the center of my zipper tape, so I know I'm nice and centered. Oops. Where'd you go? Oh, Don made a good point too. You can also use vice grips to compress that seam. I just love this group with all their everybody having handy tips and tricks. Okay, so now we're going to take this to the machine. You're not going to be able to see me do it very well because the bag's going to be in the way, but you're going to go ahead and you are going to sew across each of these sides with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. So we'll hop on over there and do that. Again, the bag is going to be blocking the view here, but you'll just see how I kind of squish the bag down. I'm going to make sure there's no tucks in there. So across. When you get to your zipper teeth, go back and forth over your zipper teeth a few times just to help create a little extra stop for that zipper, because this zipper goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So that just gives it a little extra security. So I'm going over my zipper 3 times there, and then all the way across. Back stitch, and same on the other side. Okay, and then on this side, we're like 2 steps away from being done. Yay! So I'm just going to power through this with you guys just because we only have the 15 minutes left and I want to be able to show you the finished product. I'll do the zipper a couple times and the rest of the way across. Oh, come on. Back stitch. There we go. Oops, I'm flinging clips everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to power through this, guys, just so we can get this done. So you can see I have it all stitched there and all stitched there. And at this point, if I can find my scissors, You can go ahead and trim your zipper nice and even with that box corner. Like so. I'm going to just double check, open this up a little bit and feel in my corners to make sure there's no holes and that they're nice and sharp. Feels like they are. I think I am good. And now we are going to bind those ends. So all we have left now is to do the binding and then the sewing of the gussets and turning it right side out. So we are so close. So I'm just going to use my double fold bias tape. I said you can use what we cut from the pattern as well. To do it, you just make your own bias tape. It does not need to be cut on a bias because this is straight, but you do want it to be a little bit longer than what this is because we're going to have to fold over the ends a little bit. So I'm going to cut my first one here. So I've cut mine about 7-ish inches. If you're using the piece from the pattern, you will just cut it in half, one for each side. Excuse me. So the way I do binding, try to show it to you guys, you're going to open your bias tape right up. If you're using waterproof canvas, do whatever your preferred binding method is. So I am going to make a fold here. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to keep this long on one side. I didn't do this way in the tutorial, but it'll be a better way to make sure that this end is going to be, I'll show you a way that's going to make it so this end is completely covered. So open your bias tape up all the way, leaving about, I don't know, 1/2 inch-ish on each side, maybe a little more, and clip it along that raw edge of the bias tape to the raw edge of our work here, like so. Again, use whatever binding method you prefer. I prefer bias tape, so that is what I am using. Okay. And I wasn't so picky with this part on my tutorial because I did use waterproof canvas, which is non-fraying, but I am using fraying fabric here, so I want to make sure I have a little extra on the ends, and you'll see why. So the same on the other side. And then I'm going to take this over to the machine, and I'm going to sew this on almost right along this folded line of our bias tape, that first fold, which is like a scant 3/8, I think. But that's what I use as my guide. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'll flip this over. Again, you're not necessarily going to see what I'm doing because the bag is going to cover it up. And I'm just going to sew along that fold line. Get in there. Make sure you back stitch at the start and the stop. One side done. Easiest binding job you will ever do because it's one little straight line on each side. Nothing curvy, nothing major. Okay. And again, if you don't want to do this, Mikala's YouTube channel, she does have a video with a hack on how to do this without binding. I attempted to do it and I found it super awkward for me. This is just a lot easier. And this is how the pattern was written, so I stuck with how the pattern is written and what I know. Excuse me. Okay. So back over to the table. So you can see here, this is what we have. It's all sewn across there. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that this raw edge is folded in, and we're going to bring it up and around the other side. See what I'm doing here? So up and around the other side. So this is a folded edge of the bias tape, and clip that in place. Now on this side here, we want to kind of tuck this in, fold over this raw edge here, and bring it down so we have a folded edge along here as well. Fold it in and then fold it over. The whole is still going to look really pretty. See here, I folded the edges in here, so I have no raw edges on my binding, and it's kind of folded over onto this other side, so it's completely enclosing. See, folded in this way and then folded down, so I have no raw edges of anything. And if you're using waterproof canvas, if there's a raw edge, that is okay because it will not fray. Clip that in place. So again, I'm folding in this edge just slightly to enclose that raw edge, and then continuing around. Fold that up and down, and folding it around. It looks more awkward than it is, I swear. I have this one a little too long. Just trim it off. Does that make sense to everybody? So fold it around, see how it's coming around like that, and then folding it down, enclosing all of the raw edges. So we have no raw edges here, no raw edges here, and hold with clips. And we're going to do the same with the other side. What we're going to end up doing is this unsewn side, we're going to go and top stitch right along this folded edge, enclosing everything. But I'm going to, I already prepped, no, I have to prep this side too. Same thing on this side. So I'm taking this edge and I'm folding it in like this, folding it around like this, and then folding this down so we have no raw edges. It's completely enclosed. This side, I'm going to trim this up because it's a little long. So once again, folding in this raw edge on the sides, bringing it around here, and then folding it down and around like so. And this is kind of hiding in the corners, so you're not going to see it. The most important thing is there are no raw edges that can fray. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we are going to sew across here to hold that in place. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be this way, and I'm going to squish my bag down like this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go right along the fold of that binding, just like we do with our binding. Oh my goodness, Coco. She knows Dave is home any minute, I think. Oops. Oh, I almost knocked all of my pins on the floor. That would not have been good. Okay, I'm going to use my stiletto just to kind of hold that binding in place as I go over top of it to save my fingers. Oh, and it's pouring rain. Holy moly. It's good. We've been under a heat wave. We need the rain. All the way to the end. One side done. Of course you can, Amy. Yep, absolutely. I use package binding on my other one. I didn't use waterproof canvas. No, it doesn't look weird. Mine doesn't look weird at all. I don't like binding with waterproof canvas, so I had waterproof canvas lining, but I used pre-made binding, and it looks perfectly fine. getting away from me there. There we go. Let me get it all. Yeah, I got it. Good. All right. We have one more step and we're done. Yay. All right. Back to the table. We're almost done, you guys. The next step is super fast. So I'm just going to trim up all those seams while I have it inside out. Make sure all your raw edges were cut. This is going to kind of hide in the corners. So if the stitching isn't perfect, don't worry about it. People are going to see this part. They're not going to see the stitching. Trust me. Binding is so forgiving that way. As long as you use a thread that matches your binding and your lining, you're usually good. Okay. So the next step, super easy. We're going to take these gusset pieces that look like a butterfly, and we are going to clip them together like this. So this is what it looks like on the side. We're going to clip them together. And then all we're going to do, super easy, easiest part I think of the whole bag, is take this to the machine, and we're going to just follow this top stitch line all the way down there. Now down here it may be a little bit difficult to get right to the end, but as long as you get mostly to the end and then back stitch a few times, you will be good. So you want to do that with both sides, and you're just top stitching, following that same stitch line. And of course, Nicole's right. You can use whatever binding you want. Said I have a hard time doing waterproof canvas for my binding. The bias tape is my preferred way. So you just do whatever your preferred way is. Okay, so we're going to take that to the machine and sew those. And then we're pretty much done. Again, you're going to have a hard time seeing what I'm doing because the bag is in the way, but I'm just following that diagonal edge top stitch. Make sure you back stitch at the top and at the bottom, start and finish. You might have to tip your bag up like this to be able to get right down into it. I am still on my zipper foot. I find my zipper foot helps get this nice where it needs to go. And I managed to get pretty close to the end. This one done. And where's my scissors? Perfect timing because I feel my voice going. So you can see that's one. And it's not perfect, but nobody's going to see it. Excuse me. And then the other side. I will tell you, it is much easier with cotton for this than the canvas, just speaking from having just done one with canvas. Did I get my back stitches okay? I'm going to go back in because I think I missed my back stitches. I think I fell off a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure they're nice and secure in there. There we go. Oh, yes, you could definitely do that, Wanda. It's such a short strip for binding that you can pretty much do whatever you like, and it doesn't have to be on the bias at all. All right. Now we get to see if we did our bottoms right. So now what we're going to do, all that's left to do is turn this, see it's all done, right side out. And it's an easy turn, like so easy. And this will be, if you know, you'll find out if you did your corners right. So first thing, look how beautiful that is. Look at that. See how the zipper goes right down to the bottom? Same on the other side. Push it out. Easy to turn. Gorgeous. Look at that. Okay. Kind of shape it. This bag actually has really amazing shape. Do up your zipper. And you'll see how it kind of gets this dome shape. It all went on so good. And then all that's left to do is attach your handles the way you like it. I will be attaching mine tomorrow with rivets. But that is it, all done. What do you guys think? Not too bad, hey? Look how great that looks. Nice straight zipper. I'm trying to show you guys in the camera here. Looks good, hey? And again, when you look at the binding on the inside, you can barely see it. Can you even see my binding in there? I'm trying to show you the binding, but it's really hard to see. You can't even see it because it's tucked in those corners so well. And then you can see how the gussets make it so you can open this all the way down, but it makes it so nothing falls out. It's just really, truly an amazing design. And Amy, yours will be amazing too. But I think going forward, I would recommend, after doing this with cotton and with canvas, that I would do a waterproof canvas lining, but maybe do the gussets in just cotton. I think it would be a lot easier. But how did you do the handle ends? My handles, I haven't completed them yet. These are my handles here. I'm going to be putting these ends on the end. I always put strap ends on the end of mine. You could also fold them in so this isn't a raw edge, or if you're using vinyl, you could always edge paint this if you wanted to as well. But I always put strap ends on, so I will be doing that before I put this on. Oh, okay, Lenore, good night. Thank you. So yeah, that's all that's left to do. What do you guys think? Are we happy with it? Are we happy with our bags? I can't wait to see all your bags. Yay. She's done. We got through it with 1 minute to spare. Woohoo! How long did I do my handles? Good question. I think I did them 24 inches, the same length as my ruler. But depending, if you wanted it to be just handbag, I would do them the same length that's in the pattern. Handbag zippers are usually, or handbag handles are usually 18 to 20 inches. Shoulder bags, I do anywhere from 26 to 30 inches, depending. I have some clients that are more, I got stuff all over me, top heavy, like this. I actually don't carry bags on my shoulder. I carry them on my arms, so my straps are a little bit shorter. Because I'm quite chesty, I would do my shoulder, because this won't come, this would sit right under my armpit once it's attached, right? So if I was doing a shoulder strap, I would do 30 inches, but I am very chesty. So yeah, you just do them whatever length you want. What I suggest is finding your favorite handbag handle straps and measure them, and then make your straps to whatever you want them to be. So completely customizable to what you like. So these ones I did to 24 inches just because my ruler was 24 inches. So it'll be good. Yay! Was that okay? I hope it wasn't too fast. I just really wanted to get through it. So yeah, I will say we will probably do this mini movie in 2 weeks. So if you guys don't mind posting your pictures in the subgroup, the Boronia subgroup, and I'm hopeful, let me look at my calendar here, August, say for around the 16th or 17th, possibly, we can have them done so I can have pictures for the mini movie. If we need extra time, I mean, we can definitely extend that, but we'll make that as a soft goal right now. And yeah, and then we'll get the mini movie going. Same with the Aster bag. I'd like to post the Aster bag around the 15th or 16th. So if everybody doesn't mind who's in that class as well, making sure to go into the subgroup and post your Aster so I can get started on those mini movies. So I can show all of you off because you guys are all super amazing and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I love how we help each other along. This is just, this class is just amazing. I'm learning so much from you guys too. I really appreciate you. So, yay! So I will see you guys back here tomorrow. I don't believe it's 3 days worth of classes. Man, oh man. Back here tomorrow for cutting the Lola fabrics. So make sure you have your pattern pieces all cut out so we can cut our fabrics together. And we'll do some chatting and we'll have some fun. I can't see that class being a full 2-hour class. There's minimal pieces to cut, so it should be nice and easy. So yeah, yay! Thank you everybody. If you need any help, please do reach out to me on Facebook Messenger or by email, and I'm here for you. So, thanks Amy. Kim, if you end up needing a few extra days or an extra week, let me know, because I really want to have as many of you in that class or in the mini movie as possible. Just shoot me a message saying I'm not quite there or whatever. I mean, our last one, our Georges, all went out like a month later because everybody needed a little extra time, and that was okay. So yeah, just keep me posted and we will go from there, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye. I have to remember how to turn this off. There we go. Bye. Have a good night.